Hi students, let us start a new chapter in the revision series 2021, that is light chapter, that is light, reflection and refraction, and this is very important chapter in the class 10 physics. Okay, as per reduced syllabus we have only now about study about the refraction. The reflection is a remove. Okay, so we focus on the refraction. In this refraction we study about the definition of refraction and the laws of refraction and the refractive index and the refraction through a glass slab. Okay, and the refractiveness, some problems that is covered in this video. So let us start this video with a very important definitions of a refractive index here. Sorry, refraction of a light here. So see here, first point, refraction of light. This is a very important concept. In the examination they ask what is refraction of a light here. Refraction of a light, right? Refraction of light. See here, when the light is traveled from one medium to another medium, it starts to bend its direction or change its direction, and that is called as a refraction of light, right? So see a definition: when light is travel from one medium to another, one medium to another medium, another medium is called as refraction of light. Simple definition, diffraction of light, right? So there are so many definitions, sir, but this simple one. When the light is travel from one medium to another medium, what happened? There is a bending of light takes place. So that is called as when the light is travel from one medium to another medium, that is called as a refraction of light, students. Now let us see here with the help of diagram. If I draw this is a line, okay, and I can take this is medium 1, okay, one medium, and this is the another medium. See what happened? I can draw a this dash dash dash, and this is called as a normal. This is called as a normal, which is at a 90 degree. Now when light is travel from one medium, and that is called as incident ray, right? That is called incident ray, and the angle between incident ray and the normal is called as a angle of incident, right? That is called angle of incident, that is angle I, angle of incident, angle of incident, that is I, right? So we observe that when the light is traveled from medium 1 to medium 2, it's a bend. Actually, if there is no medium, if the medium is same, that is a actual ray traveled. Okay, that is a path of incident ray. This is called as a, this dash dash is called as a path of incident ray, that is path of incident ray. If the both mediums are same, then what happened? The light is not change the direction, not change. So it is actually light direction. It is called as a path of incident ray. But due to the change in medium, that is medium 1 and medium 2 both are differ to each other. So what happened? Light change direction, light change its path. Maybe light, okay, like the, for example, light is like bend like that, okay, and that is called as a bending of light. When this happen, okay, when the light is travels from one medium to another medium, it bend its direction, it change its direction, that is called as a refraction of light here, right? And this the angle between incident normal and the refracted, this is called as a refracted ray, is called as a refracted R ray, refracted ray, and the angle between refracted ray and the normal is called as angle R. So angle R is called as a angle of refraction, angle of refraction. So that is very important. So this is called as a angle of, so this is called a process of refraction of light here, right? So what is refraction of light? When the light is traveled from one medium to another medium, it changes direction, right? It is bend, okay, that also mentioned definition. Okay, when light is traveled from one medium to another medium, it change its direction, change its direction is called as refraction of light. So like that you have put diagram. If they ask what define refraction of light means, you have to write definition. If also you mention this diagram for getting good marks, okay, you also draw this diagram for getting good marks here. So this is a definition of refraction of light, and the diagram is this. Okay, so you have to be practice this more, right? So now what is angle of incident? The angle between incident ray and the normal, right? angle between incident ray and normal is called as angle of incident, right? And then next point is angle of refraction, angle between refracted ray and normal is called as angle of refraction. So these simple definition you have to be remember, right? So this is about the angle of so that is about the reflection of light here. Okay, refraction of light here, right? So after now in the daily life, in the everyday life, we observe the refraction of light here. So that is very important. Give some examples related to the refraction of light here. In the daily life, in the everyday life, we observe this process. So give some examples which phenomenon, okay, process which is due to the refraction of light here. Okay, so now write down the title. Everyday example of refraction of light. Refraction of light. So see one example which we observe in the life, that is, see the bottom of tank or pond containing water, condition may be containing water appears to be rise. This is due to the refraction of light. That is very important, students. When we see any tank or syntax or any pond, you observe that filled with water. When you observe that, what happened? The bottom surface appears to be rise up, but actually it is very deep, but is actually appear to be rise up. That is called the apparent position, right? For example, if this is a tank, okay, this is a tank, this is the bottom. When you observe filled with water, when we observe that is light, what happened? Actually the bottom here, but what happened here? It is appear to rise up here. So rise up bottom. Actual, this is actual bottom. Okay, this is actual bottom, but due to the reflection of light, water here surface appears like here. So it is called as a apparent position. So that is what displacement of position is there, and the displacement of the position of the bottom, it is because of the refraction of light here. So like this is daily life example. For example, you observe simple bucket present in the room, filled with that bucket with water. Then observe this bottom of the bucket surface. You observe that the bucket surface is appear to be rise up. Okay, that is displacement of the bottom from the actual position to the apparent position. So that is called as that is due to the refraction of light here. So this is one example, that is the appearance of the bottom, that is rise up. And then second example, okay, when pencil is immersed in a tumbler, okay, or in a glass tumbler containing water, it appears to be bent, right? Appears to be bent when observed from side, right? So take a glass and put some water and put a pencil. When we observe the glass by sideway, by the side, you observe that it is the pencil is like look like it is cut or it is bent. That is because of this is because of refraction of light. Okay, refraction of light. So this is one of the daily life examples. Now another example, third one example, when you put a lemon into the water, it appears bigger in size as actual size. Okay, when we observe by the side. So take a glass and take a water and kept a lemon in it. What happened when you observe by side? We observe that the size of the lemon is it is bigger than the actual size. So that is because of the refraction of light here. So this is very important. You have to be remember, right? So that is all about the refraction of light examples. Also one example is there. That is also one example, right? So fourth example, that is the letters appears to be the letters are appears to be big when viewed through a glass slab. When view through a glass slab. Okay, appear big or appears to be rise. Okay, or simple take a scale. Okay, scale take with a help of scale. If you observe the textbook or letters, you observe that letters are rise up. It is because of the refraction of light here. So this is a very important point you have to be remember in examination, maybe for 2 marks. Give the example for the refraction of light related to the daily life activities. So these 4s are there. For 2 marks you can write any 2 or 3. So that is very important point. So one point is define refraction of light with diagram, and next point is what is angle of incident and what is angle of refraction. That is important point. And then second is very important about the examples of refraction of light. Give the examples for refraction of light. This is also important. So please practice these 4 examples. One example is we tell about the bottom of the tank, and the second example is the size of pencil. Okay, and the third example is about the size of the lemon, and the fourth example is about the size of the letters is rise up. That is all are the examples of a refraction of a light, students. If any other is there, means write it. Okay, but I can give here 4 example, very important example you have to be remember, right? Do not forget to practice this, right? So this is about the revision of the first refraction concept, definition and the examples. Please revise these all concepts from this. Maybe one question is there, right? So this is about the definition. Now students, after that we have to learn the very important point about refraction of light. We could take it is okay. So refraction through a, that is very important. Refraction through a rectangular glass slab. Okay, so it is, you know that already it is in rectangular shape, glass slab is there. Okay, through which what happened, some important phenomena occurs. So refraction of light is taken place. So let us observe and carefully see here. So many questions arise from here. So first here I draw a rectangular, that is diagram. In the examination they ask draw the diagram to represent the refraction of light through a glass slab. So practice this diagram. So see here how I draw this. Very easy. First draw a rectangle, right? In 2D rectangle is there. I name it as an A, it is B, okay, it is C, and it is D. Okay, it is C and it is D. Okay, name like that. Okay, 4 sides, that is A, B, C, D. Now this is called as a rectangle glass slab and is made up of glass. Okay, so see here it is a glass medium and it is a air medium. So this medium is called air. Okay, air medium. This is called as air medium, right? The space above the AB is surface AB is air medium, and the inner is what? It is a glass medium. Glass medium, and then see here also air medium. Air medium. So now, before going to this, you have to remember one concept, that is of a refraction of light here. Refraction of light in two cases. One case is rarer medium to denser medium. Rarer to denser. Travel light from rarer medium to denser medium. Next case, second case, light travel from denser to rarer medium. Denser to rarer medium. So these are first point you have to remember. So before that, what is rarer medium? The rarer medium is a medium in which the speed of light is maximum, and the denser medium is a medium in which the speed of light is minimum. Right, simple. In the rarer medium, the speed of light is more. In the denser medium, the speed of light is less. Right. So see here, now I take a medium here. Example, this is rarer medium and this is a denser medium. Right. I take a normal here. Right. Normal, that is N and N dash. Now see student, if the rays travel from rarer medium to denser medium, so it's actual path, okay, actual path straight line, but due to the change in the medium, what happened? The light is bent, right? Light is bent. Now what happens? See, when the light travels from rarer medium to denser medium, it bend towards normal. What happened? Bend towards normal. That is very important. When the light travels from rarer medium to denser medium, what happened? The light travels towards, okay, bend towards normal. So here this second case, when the light travels from denser medium to rarer, reverse, what happened? And that condition, light is bent away from the normal, okay, bend away from the normal. So these two conditions you have to remember. When the light is bent towards the normal, what happened? The first medium is rarer and the second medium is denser. That you have to remember. Whenever the light travels from towards normal, when the light is bent towards normal, what does it mean? The first medium is rarer, the second medium is denser. If the light is bending away from the normal, so what does it mean? First medium is denser and the second medium is rarer. So that is very important term. So that is we explain here. So see here, same as it is here. I draw a normal first here. Okay, I draw a normal. That is how to draw diagram. See, first draw a normal here, and that is named as N and N dash. Right. Now let us see. When the incident ray. Okay, this is a light. This is the light incident. So now this is angle I, right? This is angle I because of the angle between normal and the incident ray is angle of incident. Now, if there is no change, if both mediums are changed, what happened? The light can be travel in this direction only. This is like that. But due to the presence of the different medium, air to glass, so we know that when the light travels from one medium to another medium, it is bent. Okay, and there are two types of bending. One is away from normal and one is towards the normal. But in this case, what happened? When the light travels from rarer to denser, see here, this is a rarer medium, air is a rarer medium and the glass is the denser medium, right? Because density of glass is more here. Right, so in that case, what happened? Light travels from rarer to denser means it is bent towards normal. So like that, the bend towards light like that. Okay, so the light is bent like that. Okay, this like. So this is called as the angle of refraction. Right. Now after that, here it is now this refraction rays fall on the opposite side, that is DC, and here again I allow me draw normal. Okay, and now it is what happens here. Now again, okay, somewhat here, see, okay, so I now draw here one normal, right? Now see here, actually this is path, okay, actually like that, but what happened here, due to the, when light travel from glass to now rarer, see, denser to rarer, now because of the now light is in the denser medium, now it is come back outside, so it is in the rarer medium. So light travel from denser to rarer, it is away from, so like that, okay, it not towards, it is away, like that. So it is actually opposite, like that. When you're drawing with exact scale, you get correct, okay, like that, right? This is actual path, okay, this, it is called as a path of incident ray, okay. If there is no glass slab, means the light can travel like that in the straight line. If there is a presence of glass slab is there, so that one happened here. So first light is bent here, and then the light is bent away from the, so this is called as a emerging ray, emergent ray, okay, emergent ray, and this angle is called as a angle of emergent, right? The angle between normal and the emerging ray is called as angle of emergent, and this is called as angle of refraction, okay, this and this angle of refraction, okay. This is, students, about the diagram, okay, this is about the diagram. And see here, the path of the incident ray and the path of the emergent ray are parallel to each other, perpendicular to each other. It is called a parallel to each other, parallel to each other, and that parallel distance is called as, that is called as a lateral displacement or lateral shift, right? This is the perpendicular distance between emerging ray and the actual path of the incident ray is called as lateral shift. So please write down the definition, important. What is the definition here? I can write here that perpendicular, right? The perpendicular distance between emerging ray, okay, or emergent ray and path of incident ray is called as lateral shift, is called as a lateral shift. So that is very important, have to be remember, right? Now students, see here, one is here one observation. When we do it practically, we observe that the angle of incident and the angle of emerging both are equal to each other, both are equal, right? Means that the angle of incident and angle of emergent are both equal to each other, but they are opposite in surface. One incident is on AB surface and the emerging is on DC surface. Because of that, there is a parallel to each other. So exam asked why the emerging ray are parallel to the incident ray. Exam question, why the emergent ray and parallel to the incident ray, why the emergent ray is parallel to the path of the incident ray? It is because of the angle of incident and the angle of emergent are equal, but they are opposite in surface. Incident is present on the AB surface, emerging is present on the DC surface. Because of that, they are parallel to each other, right? So the emergent ray and the path of incident ray are parallel to each other. It is because of the angle of incident is equal to the angle of emergent, but they are opposite. Why opposite? Because the refraction incident is first AB now, and after now here in the CD. So surface is different, but the angle is same here. And also remember that this angle R is lesser than both angles. Right? For example, see, if I take the angle of incident is here 40 degree, okay, and then I write here this is 30 degree, So what is here E and R? What is angle E and what is angle R? Tell me. So in such case, I know that angle I equal to angle E. So if angle I is 40 degree, what is angle E? Angle E also 40 degree. Right? Now this is now incident ray. If this is 40 degree means what happened here? This also 40 degree. Sorry, this 30 degree means this also 30. So R is 30 degree. So this also you remove. Sometimes such questions also asked. They are due diagram, and if this 40 and this 30 means what is this and this. So this is equal to the incident ray and this is equal to the R. Okay, so you have to remove. So in this case what happened? If this 30 means R is 30 and this 40 means E is also 40. So see here E and I are equal and E and R is greater than the R. Okay, so this point you have to be remember, students. So that is very important in the examination, right? So this is about the refraction of light through a glass slab. So some important questions also there, we discussed it later, right? In after all completion of this explanation. So let us see now another very important concept after this slab, that is a refraction, laws of refraction. Okay, there are two laws of refractions are there, so you have to be remember that one, very important. Laws of refraction, laws of refraction of light. So this is very important, student, for revision. Okay, please revision these points. Laws of refraction, that is very important for examination. The first law, simple one, that is the angle of the incident ray, the incident ray, the refracted ray, the refracted ray, and the normal are all lies in a same plane. So this is a very important point to remember. The second one is second law of refraction, that is a second law of refraction. This is first law and the second law of refraction, law of refraction. And also the second law of refraction is called as what? Right, that is what? Snell's law. Snell's law. Snell's law. So what is Snell's law? Snell's law is very important. See here, very important mathematical formula, that is the ratio of sine of angle of incident to the ratio of sine of angle of incident to the sine of angle of refraction is constant. Is constant for given medium, and for given color of light. So this is point you make sentence, students. Okay, I give you, but only I give the definition here. What is Snell's law? That is very important. What is Snell's law or state Snell's law? So simple one. Snell's law state that the ratio of sine of angle of incident to the sine of angle of refraction is a constant for a given medium and for a given color of, for a given pair of medium, right? Given pair of medium and for a given color of light. So that is very important, you have to remember. This is called as Snell's law. Okay, I stand for angle of incident, R stand of angle of refraction, and it is constant. So this constant, see here, this constant value is called as what it is? Refractive index. Very important. Refractive index, and it is dimensionless, unitless quantity. There is no unit is there. Dimensionless also we call dimensionless quantity, unitless quantity, dimensionless. Okay, dimensional less quantity it is, right? And the symbol is, sometimes we use n or also we use that at mu. Okay, both are the symbol we use, maybe n or maybe I use n here. Okay, familiar is n, so I use n. So this is called as a Snell's law. So first law is a incident ray, refracted ray, and the normal lie in the same plane, you have to remember. And Snell's law, the ratio of the angle of incident to the angle of refraction is a constant for a given pair of medium and for a given color of light. So that is a sin I by sin R is equal to constant. It is a mathematical form of Snell's law. Mathematical form of Snell's law. So that is very important to remember. Now we get a very important definition about refractive index. Again, that is very important concept, students, right? So on this Snell's law we can solve the different example later. Okay, let us see first all definitions, concepts, and we'll come to the previous year or important questions. Right, see here, refractive index. See, we observe that when the light is travel from one medium to another medium, it bend. Why? One question arises here. Maybe ask why is light is bent from one medium to another medium? It is very important question. Why light is bent in one medium to another? So you observe that when light is travel from one medium to another, so what observe? It may bend away or maybe bend towards, but totally it is bend. Why it is bend? It is because of change in speed of light. If light is travel from air to glass, then the light is bent. It is because of change in the speed of light there. When the speed of light changes in the both medium is different. If the speed of light in air is different and the speed of light is glass is different, because of difference in their speed, what happens? The light is bent here, right? So this is very important, you have to remember. So while light is bent in one medium to another, it is because of the change in the speed of light. And how much light is changed, how much times the light is the speed is changed, that you calculated by using refractive index. We take the ratio, that is the ratio of the speed of light in air to the ratio of the speed of light in medium is called as a refractive index, students, right? So now let us see. I take a formula here, refractive index, right? So refractive index N. So refractive index of medium 1 with respect to medium 2. So I take refractive 2. Refractive index of medium 2 with respect to 1. So here we always take the medium 1 is air and the medium 2 is different, water, air, etc. So when calculating the main formula, we can write the refractive index of medium 2 with respect to 1. So write that the refractive index is equal to speed of light in medium 1 divided by speed of light in medium 2, right? Now this is what a refractive index meaning. So what is refractive index? The ratio of the speed of light in 1 to the speed of light in medium 2. It is called as refractive index. Now, but in practically when we done, we try to find out the refractive index of different medium. So what is the refractive index of water, what is the refractive index of glass, diamond, alcohol, etc. So in that case we take first medium is a vacuum, right? So that is refractive index of, for example, water. Then we also take that with respect to vacuum or air, right? So see here, refractive index of water with respect to, if you want to find the refractive index of water, then we say with vacuum. Okay, so therefore the speed of light in vacuum or air, that by speed of light in water, right? Means that the first medium is always vacuum or air for a vacuum. So this is called, if see here, if medium 1 is vacuum and refractive index of second medium consider with respect to vacuum. This is called absolute refractive index. So in all the problem, whenever you find the refractive index of glass, refractive index of water, anything, then we can take the vacuum or air is an first medium. So that is called as absolute refractive index. So very good and important example or define absolute refractive index. So simple one, if the medium one is vacuum and the refraction of light is refractive index of the second medium is considered with respect to the vacuum, not we take the first one is water or anything. Whenever we take in refraction of any medium, you must be take the top is air or vacuum. That is called as a absolute refractive index. Okay students, so this is all the formula we have to remember, right? So these are refractive index formula you have to be remember here, right? Now see here, if I take a refractive index of diamond, okay, I take refractive index of diamond is how much here? Refractive index of diamond is 2.42. It is 2.42. What does it mean? What does it mean? If I say the diamond refractive index is 2.42, what does it mean? Very important question. So simple, it means that the ratio of speed of light in air and speed of light in which one? Diamond is equal to 2.44. That is simple. 2.42. That is answer. It's a exam is refractive index of water means, then the means that ratio of the speed of light in air to speed of light in water, like that. So that is called as the meaning of the numbers, right? So you have to be remember. These are the what about the refractive index, right? So that is what a refractive index. See here, if refractive index values are greater, then what happen? Then it is denser medium. It is denser medium, and what happen? Speed of light is decrease. You have to remember what happened on the speed of light when the refractive index is greater. When the refractive index is greater, the speed of light is less. Reverse, if refractive index values are less or small, then it is rarer medium. It is a rarer medium, and speed of light is increase. More or increase here. So that is you have to remember very important terms. Whenever the refractive index more given means you have to say that it denser medium and the speed of light is less. If the refractive index is less means it is rarer medium and the speed of light is more here, right? So these points you have to be remember about the refractive index, right? So for example, see, I can take you some mediums here there. So that is one is glass medium, glass, water, air, diamond. Okay, some examples. Okay, now the refractive index of a glass. So that is the refractive index of a glass, that is 1.52, and the refractive index of water is 1.33. Okay, the refractive index of air is 1.003, right? 003, and the refractive diameter is now taken, that is 4.2. Now tell me, in which medium, which medium speed of light is less? Which medium? See, which medium? Now check the numbers. If the refractive index value is greater, the speed of light is less. See here, which is the greater number here? 1.52, 1.33, 1.03, 2 point. So 2 is greater. So we say that in diamond. Right? Now let us see, in which medium speed of light is more or greater? Which medium? See, the less refractive index. More speed means less refractive index. That is what? Air. That is 1.003. It is a 2.42. So like that, if the refractive index is more, the speed is less. If the refractive index is less, speed is more. And that is called as, in which, see here, which is a rarer medium here as compared to that which is rarer medium. This is the rarer medium, right? If I compare air and glass, which is rarer medium? Which is rarer and denser? So see, rarer means less refractive index, denser means more refractive index. So as compared to glass and water, sorry, air and glass. So see, more refractive index is denser. So glass is what? Denser as compared to air. And rarer is what? Air is rarer. If I compare glass with diamond, so which is the rarer? Right, the glass is the rarer and the diamond is now denser. Like that you have to decide. Okay, the more refractive index, the speed of light is less and it is a denser medium. If the refractive index is less, what is it? It is a rarer medium and the speed of light is more here. So these very important small points you have to be remember, students, right? So this is all concept about the refraction of light and the refraction through a glass slab, and then with the refractive index and the formula and the absolute refractive index. Now let us take some very important examples from previous year question paper and from the NCERT, right? So solve that one. So please take 1 minute break and you can take all these points. Okay, so take next very important point, that about the very important examples related to these concepts. Okay students, now take very important some examples on these concepts. One concept is refraction of light and one is the refractive index and with the refraction through a glass slab. So based on these three concepts we have to cover some very important examples, right? So take example number 1, very important, we just learned, that is, okay, arrange air, glass and water in terms of descending, mean decreasing, okay, descending or also decreasing order of refractive index. It's very simple. Now we just learn, right? So now let us see glass, air, glass and water. Which is the more refractive index? And we have to write decreasing order, means we first take greater and then we can take last one smaller. So see here, we know that glass, air and water, which is the highest refractive index? Of course glass, because it is high density. So glass first and then water and then air. So decreasing order water, first glass medium is greater than, next one is water medium, and then last one is what? That is air medium. So that is very important. If They ask write in increasing order or ascending order So what happened? Reverse, small to big. First is air medium is smaller than water medium and smaller than glass medium. So you have to remember this point, ascending or descending. So such time this examples, such questions are maybe asked for a 1 mark question. So they give any 4 5 medium and write them in increasing or decreasing order. You have to mention decreasing means from bigger to smaller, and increasing means from smaller to bigger. So that is very important, you have to remember. So please write down this one. Okay students, now come to the second example. Okay students, now take the second example here. See, the refractive index of the diamond is given 2.42 and the refractive index of glass is given, that is 1.42, right? 1.52. How much faster does the light in glass with respect to diamond? Okay, with respect to diamond, like that refractive index of glass with respect to vacuum, like that glass with respect to diamond. So we first diamond and then with respect to glass, like that. So first we have to one by one see solution here. What is given? Refractive index. We know the formula, refractive index of a diamond, that is a refractive index of diamond with respect to air. It is equal to how much? We know that speed of light. Okay, speed of light in air divided by speed of light in diamond. Equation number 1. Right. Next, refractive index of glass. Refractive index of glass with air is equal to speed of light in air divided by speed of light in glass. Let us see. We have to find the speed ratio. Glass with diamond means with respect to diamond. Speed of what is how much faster does light in glass with respect to diamond? So if we take first diamond here, so that is what we can write. Refractive index of diamond in air divided by refractive index of glass in air is equal to VA divided by VD is equal divided by VA divided by VG, right? So we get here, see, VA by VD into what happened? Reciprocal VG by VA. So VA will cancel, we get VG by VA, right student? We get VG by VA. Therefore refractive index of diamond with air divided by refractive of glass with air is equal to, we get velocity of a light in glass with respect to that of the diamond, right? That of a diamond. So we know that velocity of VG divided by VD. We know that refractive index of diamond, how much it is? 2.42, and refractive glass, how much it is? 1.52. Okay, now 2.42 and 1.52 we have to get value for calculation that much. Okay, so therefore how much means 1.59 faster than glass in the diamond. So this is that much, 1.52 is the answer, right? So we can write light travel in glass 1.59. okay, we can make it. Okay, VG is equal to 1.59 times of VD. Okay, like that. So the speed of light in glass is 1.59 times of multiplication of speed of light in diamond. Okay, this is very important. That is VG, speed of light in glass, is 1.59 times of speed in diamond. Okay, speed in diamond. So that is very important. You have to remember. This is very important example. You have to remember, students. Right? Please write down this one. Now I can take another some examples. Very important again. Related to the glass lab. Okay, I can remove this one. Now take another example. See here, example. State two factors which determine lateral displacement of a ray of light passing through a rectangular glass slab. So there are two conditions, two factors. You have to remember, two factors are there. There are two factors. Number one, see here, whenever the light is refracted by the glass slab, so on which factor, the two factor which determine the displacement, lateral, how much displacement is there, right? So one factor is, it is depend on the thickness of the glass slab. Okay, so lateral displacement is directly proportional to the thickness of the glass slab. Okay, that also depend, directly proportional. If thickness is more, the displacement is more. If the thickness is less, displacement is less. That distance is very less, right? So directly proportional to the glass slab, right? Thickness. And next one is, it depend on the angle of incident. Okay, so lateral displacement is directly proportional to the angle of incident. Directly proportional to the angle of incident. If the angle of incident is more, then the displacement is more. Okay, that you have to remember, right? This is that thickness is more, displacement is more, angle is more, then displacement is more. So right here, that proportional means thickness more, thickness increase. Okay, lateral displacement increase. Lateral displacement increase. Like that, if the angle of incident increase, lateral displacement also increase. So this is called as directly proportional. So these two factors you have to remember. Example may be asked, or state two factors which decide the lateral displacement if the rays pass through a rectangular glass slab. So one is depend on the thickness, and one is depend on the angle of incident. How depend? Directly depend, right? So that is, student, very important. Please write down this point. Right, write down this point. So after that, now take another example. Here. See, what happened to a, number one here, what happened to a ray of light when it travels from one medium to another another having same refractive index, question mark. Second one, state cause of refraction of light. Right, so see here, first one, what happened to a ray of light when it travel from one medium to another medium but last point is refractive index same? Means what? If refractive index same means medium 1 is equal to medium 2. You have to remember, means both medium are same. Okay, but light when they bend when different medium. If there is a different medium, then only the light is bend here. But refractive index same means medium is same. Then what happened? There is a no bending of light taken place here. So what happened? First answer what taken place? It is given that if the refractive index is same, that means the both medium is same. Means both are air, both are water, both are glass, same, both are same. Right? So in that condition, what happened to the light of ray? Simple one. In this condition, the light ray is not bend. Okay, simple one, not bend. There is no reflection takes place. Therefore, no refraction of light taken place. No light taken place. Only reflection of light is possible when there is a different medium. If the medium same, no refraction of light. If the medium different, then only the refraction of light. Okay, so next point, second answer, state the cause of refraction of light. Why the refraction is then taken place? Why the refraction is taken place? What are the reason behind that refraction of light? Simple one, it is because of completely refraction of light is due to the change in speed of light because of different medium, because of light travel in different medium. This is the answer. Okay, if the medium is same, no refraction. If the medium is different, then what happened? Then the cause of refraction is there. If the mediums are different, then the speed of light change because of the medium is different, then only refraction it takes place. That is the cause of refraction. Right? That is the cause of refraction. What is the cause of refraction? The cause of refraction is light is traveled in a one medium to another medium because of different medium, then the speed of light it changes. That is why there is a refraction of light taken place. That is the reason for the cause for refraction of light, students. So hope you remember this point is very important. Right? It is very important one. Right? So this is one example. So write down this one, pause the video and write down this one. Now students, take another very important 100%, it may be came in the examination, or 99%. Okay, it is maybe come in the examination. That is one. See question, next example. In a refraction of light through a rectangular glass slab, the emergent ray is parallel to the direction of the incident ray. Question mark why? So simple answer I already read that the angle of incident and emergent are equal but they are in opposite direction. That is the answer, right? So see here, since the extent of bending of the ray of light after refraction at the opposite, okay, it is opposite parallel faces, right? One phase is AB and one phase is DC, opposite parallel faces of the rectangular glass slab is equal and opposite, right? Angle I equal to angle E, but it is opposite, okay, opposite. One is on AB surface and one is on CD surface, equal and opposite. So emergent ray and incident ray are parallel to each other. Okay, this is a very important, students, you have to be remember, they are parallel to each other, parallel to incident ray. Okay, so the emergent ray and the incident ray are parallel to each other. So this is a very important point to remember, right? So we observe that when the incident ray is on the face AB and the emergent ray is of face CD, so different surfaces, but the angle is same. One surface is AB and one they are different but opposite, but angle I equal to angle E. Because of that, it is a lateral, there is a parallel distance between both of them. It is a very important question, you have to be practice. It is very important. Okay, this is very important. Please practice this one, very important. Okay, memorize this answer. Right, students? Now let us come to the another important example in regard to these concepts, and this is very important, students. Please practice this one. Why the emergent ray are parallel to the incident ray, that is very important, you have to practice. Okay, so next one question is next example, what happens when a light ray is incident normally on the surface on one of the faces or one of the faces of a rectangular glass slab. So see, very important. See here, one very important point is, what is meant by incident normally? Incident normally, what does mean? Incident normally means, in that case, the angle of incident is 90 degree, like it says here. So now, if the angle of incident 90 degree, what is the angle of refraction they are asking? Okay, what happened here? See here, this is a glass slab. If the angle of incident is normal, like that, it is called normal incident. Normally incident means angle is 90 degree or angle is 0 almost. I can take, sorry, it is 0. Why is it is 0, not 90 degree? See here, what is angle of incident? The angle between normal and the incident is there, but here see, normal and incident both are overlap with each other, so angle is what? Angle is 0. Okay, angle 90 with the glass, but angle, what is angle of incident? The angle of incident nothing but the angle between normal and the incident, but here both are overlap, so angle of incident is 0. Okay, so incident normally means angle of incident is 0. In the case of angle of incident 0, what happened to the light ray? It travels straight without any bending. There is no refraction of takes place. When the light is normal to a surface, in that case the angle of incident is 0. In that condition there is no reflection takes place, there is no refraction of light takes place. Okay students, so please write down the answer. That is incident normally nothing but angle I equal to 0. So the light ray goes undeviated, means there is no deviation, undeviated, there is no bending, there is no change of direction, undeviated along the same straight line. Okay, same straight line. That's possible. See, both medium are changed. Okay, both medium are changed. Then also the light is not bend. Why? In which condition? The condition is when the light is incident normally. That is very important. Examination. What is the see one exam question, when light is travel from two different medium, it does not bend. How? Very important. When the light is travel in different medium, then also it does not bend. How it is possible? It is possible when the incident ray is normally, right? When the incident not normally, it is bend. But when the incident is normally, in that condition the medium are different, then also the light is not bend here. What condition? The light must be incident normally. Okay, that is incident ray and the normal are both are overlap or superimposed with each other. In that condition, angle of incident is 0 and there is no bending of, no deviation of light. The light can travel in a straight path. So that is important, students. Point have to be remember. Right. So let us see some other examples related to that. Okay. Now take this one about the Snell's law. The next question is about the based on the Snell's law. See here. First answer question is example 1. The refractive index of kerosene is 1.44. What is mean by this statement? Simple one. Okay, let us see the answer. Or if you know answer, please pause the video and write down this answer. Okay. Now second question. A ray of light strike a glass slab at an angle of incidence equal to 30 degree. Find the refractive index of glass such that the angle of refraction is 19.5 degree. Take it is a hint given is that take sine 19.5 degree is equal to 1.3 and sine 30 degree is equal to 1/2. Okay students, now let us see one by one solution. Question number 1. So what does it mean? The refractive index of kerosene is given. See here, this statement. Okay, what that right answer? The refractive index of kerosene is 1 point, means it is the ratio of the ratio of speed of light in air and speed of light in kerosene is equal to 1.44. That is statement. Okay, now the second question, important. See here, a ray of light strike at a glass slab at an angle is given. Incident equal to the angle of incident is given. How much it is? Angle of incident 30 degree. Okay, and also angle of refraction given. That is how much? Angle of refraction is 90. So here see, we have to find the refractive index of the glass. So simple, refractive index of the glass with respect to which is one? Air. The ray of light strike glass. Okay, with respect to where maybe. Okay, if air is equal to, okay, now sin I by sin R. It is a Snell's law. So see here, sin I how much? Sin I is 30 degree and sin R is how much? 19.5 degree. So what is sin 30? Sin 30 is given, that is 1 by 2, and what is sin 19 point is 1 by 3. So how much it is? 1 by 2 into 3 by 1. So it is how much? 3 by 2, it is nothing but what? 1.5. 1.5 is the answer. So that is what? Refractive index of glass is equal to 1.5. So this is by using Snell's law we easily solve the example. Right students? So please write down this one. Okay, now take the last example from today's video. Here this concept almost we completed. So last example on this concept, write down, easy one. And some exercise questions are the NCERT. Okay, please solve all that questions one by one. Same concept is there based on these refractive index, refraction of light. Okay, so last question of this is session is C. Last question of this session is define refractive index. Define refractive index of water. Full stop. If the speed of light in air is 3 into 10 to the power 8 meter per second, that is fixed meter per second, and the speed of light in air I sorry repeated, speed of light in water is 2 into 10 to the power 8 meter per second. Calculate refractive index of water. Simple one. So first let us define what is mean by definition. Okay, solution. What is the refractive index of water? What is mean by refractive index of water? Simple one. The speed of light in air to the speed of light in water. It is called refractive index. So write down refractive index. It is defined as the ratio of the speed of light in a vacuum to the speed of light in water. Right? If write it like that, or also write like that formula directly, refractive index of water with the vacuum is equal to speed of light in a vacuum divided by speed of light in water. Both are same. Okay, this is the first answer. Now let us see, if the speed of light in air given, the speed of light in glass given, so if we have to find the speed of light in water, so there's same formula. The speed of refractive index of water we have to find is equal to the speed of light in vacuum. How much it is? Air, vacuum both same, that is a 3.3 into air or vacuum, anything you consider, 3 into 10 to the power 8 meter per second. So speed of light in water is how much? 2 into 10 to the power 8. So 10 to the power 8, 10 to the power answer, that is 3 by 2, therefore 1.5. Therefore 1. I can make mistake here. So wait. The speed of light is actually in water is 2.2. It is 2.2, not 2 only. It is 2.2. So 2.2 means we get what? 3 by 2.2. So if we calculate 3.2 by 2.2, we get to 1.4 answer. 1.4 answer is there. So students, this is all about the very important problems and concept about the refraction of light and the refraction through a glass slab, and then with an refractive index and the Snell's law. So there are so many important examples we solved. This example from previous year and from the exemplar. Okay, so hope this video is helpful for you, and you get clear, revise all the concept. First some concept of a light. So in the next video we take next more important concept about the spherical lenses here. In that one we can study some more examples and some more problems on spherical mirrors. Okay, so thank you for watching this video. Meet in the next video.